Hello, what's up? You're here with your host of Boss Talk. This is a little intro episode we put together for y'all. We wanted to give you the opportunity to get to know us a little beforehand, so we're going to start off with quick introductions. So my name is Alyssa, but a lot of people call me AJ. I go by either. I've been on this earth for a blessed 24 years. I have Jamaican heritage, but I'm from Rosedale, Queens. Shout out to all my Queens people. Pow, pow, pow. And I'm a Scorpio. You know what they say about us. All good things.
Hey everybody, my name is Kennedi. That's with an I, not a Y. I am 22 years old and I am from New Jersey, specifically South Jersey, because we break that up into 2 different states. And I am a Sag, but a November Sag, because them December Sages, it's gonna be kind of crazy, but November Sag, we're pretty we're calm, we're real calm.
What? Hello, everybody. My name is Oyin. I am 23 years young. I am of Nigerian heritage. So shout out to every single one of my Nigerians, gang. I was born in Queens, moved out to Long Island, and that's where I currently reside. And my zodiac sign is a Gemini. We get a lot of bad rep, but we're all great anyway.
What up, everyone? I'm Sunja. I am 23, right? I'm 23, yep.
Yeah, girl, you tell me.
Right. I'm 23. I was born in Haiti. I moved here when I was about 10 to Long Island, and now I currently reside in Brooklyn. And my zodiac sign is a Virgo, only the best sign, because, our girl Beyonce. You feel me? The best sign. I am basically Beyonce's twin, is what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Next, moving on. Virgos, moving on.
Ooh.
You a foreign mommy, though. We like that. What's up, everybody? This is Kai. AKA Moonchild, but I am 21.
Quarantine.
Yeah. I'm from the Chicago area, about 30 minutes outside, and I am a Taurus. Everybody loves us. So that's next month in case y'all trying to get me birthday presents.
That's cute.
She said everybody loves us.
So we go by the name of Boss Talk, not because we'll be specifically talking about how you can successfully run a business or how you can move up in the chain with your job or whatever, but because we believe that you can be bosses in everything that you do. It can be about your money. You can be a boss in the kitchen. You could be a boss at making music, whatever, Would y'all agree with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Being a boss is more than just about making money. It's about owning your truth and being good at whatever you're doing in that moment, whether that is I'm cleaning up the house, I'm a boss at cleaning up the house, you feel me?
Yes.
So it could be anything that you do, as long as you do it well, makes you a boss.
I also feel like loving what you do is also a part of being a boss. Granted, sometimes it's definitely easier said than done. But I feel like when you love what you do, you're able to put forth your best efforts, your best energy, and you only reap the best benefits out of that.
Yes, we love the energy.
I also feel like being a boss just uplifts the people around them as well. So, exercising strength within themselves, but making sure everyone else around them exercises those same strengths and can be the best version of themselves.
So we'll be discussing a lot of different topics throughout the podcast, just stuff that affects us in our everyday lives. And we're just really excited to have you guys on this journey with us. So we created this podcast just as something fun to do as a group of friends. We all met in college and, we miss those days. We're not all together at this time, but, we're just trying to find ways to stay together, especially through this time period right now.
Right. It's definitely super important for us to remain connected and for us to be able to still talk about things that affect us as friends, especially like as you get older, you're moving to different places and like you're moving on with life. But it's super important to have a group of girls in your corner that can speak to the experiences that you've had.
Like how everyone mentioned, our friend group, we always have these in-depth conversations, and just being able to take these conversations and let our listeners hear them, and also spark some thought-provoking things within themselves that they may relate to in life, or just something that's just like interesting to think about.
You know, in doing this podcast and us genuinely being friends, because we've had so many, you know, conversations where we've been honest, even if it wasn't, you know, what everybody wanted to hear, was what we needed to hear, and it came from a place of love. So hopefully, you know, while we're having these conversations, that will still come through, and we're doing everything in a fun, loving way. And because we've known each other for so long, I think that's what the feel and the vibe should be from listening to our podcast.
So like I said a little bit earlier, we all met in college, and you know how crazy, sexy, cool, and calm college can be. So I guess I'll just start off with how I met each of these lovely young ladies. So actually, Kennedi and Kai, we were all on the basketball team together at Binghamton, which is how we met. And, you know, we just had a very common connection that brought us together. And now with Oyin and Sunja, I kind of met them through another person on the track team, and she actually brought us all together, all the track girls, all the black track girls, all the black basketball athletes, and we just had a good time. Like, there are so many stories that I could tell y'all. The fire stories,
Oh my gosh.
stories, the summer session, the winter session stories. There's just mad stories that we could tell y'all. But it was a good time, and you know, I really enjoyed my college experience with y'all.
Oh, I'm getting sappy already.
My bad.
No, definitely, like, we definitely met through through another party, like somebody that's friends with us on the track team, and brought us all together, like AJ said. And it was definitely a very cool experience to just find we went to a PWI, so it's like, it was really nice to see other black athletes just doing their thing, and it was an easy first initial connection, but that's not really what kept us together. I think what kept us together was just like the genuine conversations and the genuine laughters and the stories and burning down stuff and crying and laughing and all of those things that really just kept us glued together and like made us decide to still continue our friendship outside of college. So yeah.
Matter of fact, I actually remember I didn't meet Sunja through that other person. I met Sunja on the first night that we went out at Binghamton.
You had red hair.
Yes.
Yo, Amani was wilding that night. It was a good night.
Amani was
I feel like, are those the pictures that we have?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I think for me, I can't remember meeting Oyin for some reason, but I remember meeting Sunja. We were at the boys' basketball house downtown on Halloween, and you were a vampire.
Oh, that was like sophomore year.
I know, that's the first time I spoke to you, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so nice. And
oh yeah, I was there.
Little did you know.
Little did I know that he's a devil in disguise. But yeah, I guess we all kind of met each other, and then like Kai came along, and
Kai was the after
the baby. But honestly, Kai like fit like a freaking glove. Like,
yeah,
it was great. She's a ball of fun.
Something. She a ball of something.
Ball of something.
Kai is actually the reason that I call Oyin Onion sometimes, because the first time we had a good ass night out. We come home in the morning. Kai's like, "Oh yeah, who them girls I met? You know, Sunja. Okay." And she's like, "An onion? An onion?" I was like, "Onion." No, I was dying when she said that. I was like, "That is definitely not how you say her name."
Listen,
and onion?
Onion?
Listen, there's not a huge Caribbean population.
Well, she's Nigerian.
Or West, but let me finish.
Oh,
or
okay, I'm sorry.
African population where I'm from. So I'm not used to hearing names like that. Like I didn't for me, I met like 5 of y'all at the same time. So I'm just trying to
She heard all these names. It's like, who is that? Some sort of spice or she just didn't know.
What spice rack is this?
But yeah, I'm still trying to remember my teammates' names. Like these were some cool people. So yeah. So I was just trying to figure it out. I didn't act, to be honest. You tell your name, I don't remember it 2 minutes later. But that was the closest I could get. Oyin, I'm sorry.
So rude.
It would never happen again.
It's okay.
But
it's okay.
yeah,
I really nickname.
Yeah, and I think it's cute. Is it not cute?
What?
It's cute.
It's cute for who?
She's like,
look,
she's like, I beg to differ.
I'm definitely grateful that we all met, because I feel like having this people of color, Black women that were on the same team as you is great and all, but I feel like because we were the only so it was me, Sunja, Malika, Shida, we're all the same year, so having a different team, a different outlet that you can go to and kind of decompress, because again, you guys understand, everyone was up each other's ass 25/8, so just having you guys there was definitely a breath of fresh air. Still, we all have the commonalities. We're all Black women. We all come from different backgrounds, but we can all come together and just kind of find that similar common ground. And I'm grateful that our relationship was able to blossom into what it is today.
So we're gonna play a little game because we wanted y'all to get the chance to know us a little better. It's called the friend game, I think. So who do y'all think is the funniest?
Y'all are equally comical. I mean, I wouldn't say equally, but y'all are all comical.
No, I think,
but I'm gonna have to go with Moonchild over here.
Yeah.
Just because I have spent 3 years with this girl and she has done the most outlandish, crackheadish things that I have so many videos of this girl. She's probably one of the funniest people I've ever met, and she's so authentic. She's not even trying to be funny. That's just how she is. And that's what makes it even funnier.
That's serious. I completely agree. I think top 2 funniest people in my book are always Kai and Chelsea. I think
I was just thinking of Chelsea. I was like, yo, y'all two. I was just thinking of that video of Chelsea.
Those were
crackheads.
Yes.
The video where she was like,
yo, yes. Yo.
No, but honestly, I think Kai, I think the funniest people are the people that are not trying to be funny, and that's dead Kai.
Yes.
She's not trying to be funny, but
just be saying stuff
she's a clown.
Okay, well, the funniest thing that I think Kai used to do is for some reason she would always end up on the ground. We be at Chili. We be at Chili, the mall, the streets. Yo, Kai just be on the ground
outside of Holly.
I would
she thought them fireworks was gunshots.
I would like to say a lot of the reason why I was on the ground. Disclaimer: I'm only 5'5".
What the hell does that got to do with it?
Well, let me finish. My friends around me were 6'1", 5'10", 5'9", or whatever. Kennedi
Don't even go there. Don't even go
whatever Kennedi
and
is.
Amani was just violent. So
I knew she was going here. I got hit a lot by my closest friend, so I was naturally on the ground. It wasn't me because AJ never put her
never touched you.
If Alyssa even would flinch at me, I'd be on the ground.
I never put my hands on you.
I didn't say you put your hands on me. I said if you even lunged at me in an aggressive way, I'd probably end up on the ground.
Kennedi was the one trying to run down on you.
I was trying to shower her with love, is what I tried.
It was a couple
and everybody else.
Nah, Kennedi was always trying to run down on you, and then she'd be like, "What? That's my muffin. That's my muffin."
That's because I had her back.
Yeah, whatever.
But if I had
Okay.
to say who the funniest one in our group is, honestly, yeah, I'd say me too.
Oh, you're so
We'll just leave it at that. It's me.
It's guys.
I'm dead.
Oh my goodness.
All
Okay.
right,
So then, who's most likely to burn the house down?
She asking the question, girl. Don't even try it.
Kennedy, you the most likely to burn the house down.
Are you
It's you.
serious?
It's you,
Hell
Kennedy.
yeah, it's you.
You're definitely the most the clumsiest.
You're also the only one who ever almost literally burned your house down. So,
When did I do that?
or maybe that was you passing out from the pancakes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, at least I literally didn't try to burn our apartment down.
You always trying to bring this up because you're trying to shirk the responsibility off. But you, Kennedy, it's still you. It's still you.
Oh my gosh.
It's still you.
You would be the person that would like leave the oven on, not even like
Yes.
just cooking. And
Yes,
you
yes.
Yo, y'all weren't even there. Kennedy's first year at Binghamton, she was making like something, like about to put something in the oven. Tell me why sis took a whole ceramic plate and tried to put that thing in the oven.
No, she did not.
I don't even know if it was
plate?
ceramic.
Oh God,
I don't even know if it was
was
ceramic.
making-
I just
was
know it was a
making
plate.
pizza rolls.
Yo, she tried to put a plate.
But
In the
also though,
oven.
like I've never heard of somebody putting a plate in the oven.
I
I've
have
never heard that in my
heard
life.
that in my
That might-
life.
It must be some American shit.
Nah. I mean, I ain't American, but I grew up here and I ain't never seen nobody do that.
So since we're on the topic of who's most likely, who do you think is most likely to get married first?
Honestly, I think it's Onion.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think it's Onion.
Yo, I dead said the same thing.
I could
too,
see it
because
being Oyin.
It's Onion. It is.
Yeah, I could definitely see
Why
it
y'all
being
trying to
Onion.
marry me off?
You trying to marry yourself off. This girl,
Honestly,
since I met this girl, she been talking about a Nigerian
marriage,
wedding, an American
imagine
wedding, whatever,
how
third
we
wedding.
how we have to take the whole week off for the wedding.
Exactly, like 2 weeks.
But that's
I mean,
a
you
fact.
do.
That's a fact.
Like you've
I
been
mean-
talking about that.
I mean, we all talked about it, but I definitely think it's gonna be you.
I think like you manifest it the most. I feel like we joke about it the most. I think you
Yeah.
definitely like you picture it for real. I don't
No, I do.
know.
As long
Yeah.
as just one of y'all getting married soon, because I want to be in a wedding. So
Honestly,
She said soon.
Kennedy-
She said soon.
I could also see Kennedy being the first to get married because I feel like she just loves the idea of being in love.
Yeah.
that's true, but I don't want to be the
No.
first to a divorce either. So I
No,
want
but
to
I
sure.
think-
That's
All right.
That's
That's
Let's
not a-
dial it back.
That's
Let's
not a
validate
correlation. That's not a correlation.
Correlation
Correlate
is not
that.
equal causation. Come on,
Right.
Tyler.
Relation
That's
is
not-
not equal causation.
But I actually think the opposite. I think Kennedy might be one of the last people to get married. Honestly, because the only reason why, like out of our let me tell you why.
Well.
It's not like that. It's not like that. Listen, Linda. Listen.
Linda.
No, the only reason why is because I think like you doubt yourself the most. Like I think like you're a person that's like, because you're so like you love so much, I think like you're a person that's like, all right, like I know that if I'm in this marriage, I want to be in this marriage forever. So like I think you will take the most time.
That's a fair thing.
Okay, that is a fair thing to say. I can
y'all
get
niggas
down
don't
with
let
that.
Y'all niggas don't let me finish.
Nah, that was mad funny.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I couldn't even hold my laugh at that.
Shit.
all right. So moving on from marriage, who got the most hoes?
Sunja.
Sunja.
I'm going with Sunja.
Sunja.
No, I don't believe it.
Okay, maybe not right now, but
Back
over
in the
time,
day, Jack.
I think over time, like not even since Brooklyn Sunja, I think over time, Sunja has the most hosts.
She does.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Honestly,
I'm glad we agree.
Sunja's my number one, but I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you who's second.
It's you.
And I'm gonna
No,
tell you
I
that
think
no.
AJ. I
No.
think
I'm gonna say in a sense of all right, maybe she don't got a lot of hoes, but she definitely has a lot of people that are waiting to get chose.
That ain't the
by her.
question.
No,
That
that's
ain't
not
the
the
question.
I don't entertain those.
Also,
Exactly.
yeah,
I don't
no,
entertain those men.
yeah. Also, like I feel like when you're thinking about like like let's really talk about like what does it mean to have hoes for real. Like if we're really trying to get into that conversation, that's a different conversation. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I would say out of all of us, I probably had the most hoes back in the day. When
that is true.
I think in order it would definitely be Sunja, then me, then Kennedi.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
Then Oyin, then Kai.
Then Oyin, then Kai. Yeah, yes. I think Kai has the least amount of hoes.
Oyin, don't even act like you don't be over there on Bumble, on Tinder.
Yeah.
No. Don't act like you don't
I feel like okay, but I feel like that doesn't count because I'm just doing it. No, because I'm doing it because this is gonna sound terrible. I'm sorry to our listeners, but I'm bored. Like,
okay,
I hate
you don't think that you don't think that I never had hoes because I was
ridiculous. Wait, Oyin.
You think that I never had hoes because I was bored?
Alyssa, I was literally about to say the same thing. You think the hoes are
bored?
Real?
Facts.
You think the hoes are for real?
Alyssa used to be like boom, 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 boom.
Nah, for real. I'd be like this one, that one, that one.
I be like, heard this shit. I be living
my daddy.
And it's crazy, because the hoes, you be looking through the phone like, if I start talking to him, he's gonna talk about I want to come over next.
Exactly. He gonna be like, what I'm next.
Okay. It be getting too much. It's too much sometimes.
And I just think that's energy for that.
And I'm just like, I really don't like y'all like that.
So.
That's the thing.
Yo, that's always hoes. Be like,
you know what it is? Hoes need to know. That's the thing. Hoes need to know their place. You know, like you gotta know like where you stand in the roster. Like, are you the sixth man of the year, or are you never coming off the bench? You feel me? Like, it is what it is.
But what if all of them are never coming off the bench? Like, they're just there.
That's really how it is.
Why do you have that many niggas that's not coming off the bench?
That's true.
That's on you.
Because I'd be bored.
That should be two. You should have two just for when you're bored. And however so many left, but when you actually want to do so.
But there's some that just, the ones that come and go, that they leave and come back and then leave and then here you are again.
I don't double back, so
but you know what it is? I think my roster in college, like senior year of college, my whole roster was real big. So like I feel like I could like there could be more people potentially on the board list. But like on a regular roster of hoes, like I feel like if you have more than two people on the board list, like you're doing too much.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
See, I didn't even have
that's too much.
That's too much to maneuver.
Have hoes in college, like at least at the school. Mine was at the other school.
Don't play that.
I was gonna say.
I didn't go to school.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I was gonna say stop.
Because I was there.
They were an hour.
We were all there.
They were just an hour north.
Kennedi, so what? So what, Kennedi?
That's still a hoe.
Does it matter their location? Location doesn't matter.
I was just saying I just didn't have any that were like at Binghamton.
That was
what I was trying to say. I was just adding to that.
Okay, so Kennedi, what are you saying? Because I really didn't have that many. That I had like maybe one hoe at Binghamton.
Facts.
I know. I'm saying I kind of wish I did though, because I feel like it would have been super convenient.
It wouldn't have to have all the same niggas at the same school that you.
No, I'm not saying all of them only have one or two. To have one or that's what I'm saying, one or two at.
Oh yeah, no, I never really had Binghamton hoes.
I never had Binghamton hoes either. So
yeah, like.
Yeah, they were.
What you gotta outsource? What is it?
Outsourcing. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Well, okay. All right. So next question: who is the shy one?
Oyin.
Yeah, it's definitely Oyin, but it's like only when you first meet her.
Yeah, it's like when you don't know her.
Exactly.
No, but I also think for fake though, Kennedi is fake shy when she first meets people.
I do not agree with that at all.
I agree. I agree with myself.
I do not agree with that.
I agree. I agree with Sunja.
No, I agree. The only reason why I agree is because at least for my experience, when Kennedi's been like to new things, like where she does like it's not us she's talking to, or it's not like niggas she already knows, like it's like a new professional Kennedi that comes out.
It's a bougie.
Like,
so let me tell y'all something. When Kennedi has I don't know the proper terminology for this, but she has a male mood and a female mood.
Yes.
Dudes,
Yes,
it's
a different story.
Friendly.
You're correct.
Very friendly.
Damn.
But when she's around girls, especially new girls, it's like
because
unless it's hood niggas, then she's bougie Kennedy.
Yes, I agree. I think Kennedy is definitely the type.
One time, Kennedy and I went out one time in Queens.
Oh my god!
And I don't even normally go out in Queens, like, but you know, sometimes it's close to home.
We never doing that again.
Trying to get you never doing it again. I'm trying to get lit at something. So we went to this spot in Queens called Juve. And I was actually meeting somebody that I had previously met there, and Kennedy was just like along for the ride, whatever. So we chilling, and like it was just like a whole thing about like the bottles. Like the only reason I really came was because niggas said they was getting bottles. So I was like, yo, I'm trying to drink for free. So what's up? So we pulled up.
Love when niggas get bottles.
Facts, right? So we pulled up, and we was there. It was like maybe three dudes was there at the time, and then the dude that I was there to meet, and then like two girls. I don't remember if they came before or after him, but I promise you, from the moment that we got in there, throughout the majority of the night, Kennedy was sitting in a chair in the booth with her legs crossed, and she was on her phone flipping her hair. Like bougie Kennedy was out to play.
Oh my god.
And
I just
even the dude even asked me, was like, oh, is like something wrong with your friend? Like, why is she upset? And I'm like, it's just because she has a bougie aura. Like she just has a don't fuck with me aura. Like, I'm not here for you. I'm gonna sit here and drink.
It's like it's like I don't know these people. Nobody's talking to me. Like I'm just observing the air. I'm just observing like the surrounding area. And but wait, when people started talking to me, I was friendly and I spoke. Nah, and then they realized that
I'm that ass on me. She got up and started shaking that ass. Is what happened.
Facts.
That's what happened.
You know. But you know, enough about me. So I think Oyin is the shyest because
I still think Oyin is the shyest too.
Yes, I think Oyin.
I only think that because I feel like Oyin is like she has a really big wall, so it's like very hard to penetrate that. Like no matter, even if like we're friends or not friends, it's like it's a very hard shell to like penetrate through. And I think it just comes off as shy. It's not necessarily shy. It's just like an observant kind of look.
I am extremely observant.
I think you're also just trying to like, well, now I think you're doing a better job of like putting yourself out there in situations to like be more outgoing, which I love. You keep saying this is the new Oyin, and you know, I love all different sides of Oyin, but I just like the fact that like when we go out and stuff, you're like purposely trying to put yourself in a situation just to like be more like talkative to people.
Yeah.
But
honestly, you could still see
been a long journey. Yes, I've really been trying to work on that. I think I was really bad in college. Like I was just not.
You just not fuck with people. You didn't fuck with people. She'd be like, hi. Oyin be like, why are we here? She'd be like, why are we here?
No, do you remember?
We'd be like, yeah. She'd be like,
exactly. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when we went to Miami and Oyin, remember I met that dude? No, this is the first night. This one we went to KOD.
Oh yes.
When I tell you, y'all was on the back of the bus, and the dude was all up on me like, "Oh, babe, what's up?" Like, Wayne was like, "Nah,
I was not
who is that?
Having it.
Who is that? Nah, I'm not fucking with it. Who is it?" And he was like, "Yo, tell your friend chill." I was like, "Oh, calm down, relax."
Yeah, she be like a pit bull. Like she ready to.
That's why you my pit bull. That's why you my pit bull.
Nah, that's when it comes to my friends. Like, I do not play. Like, don't.
Nah, Oyin was really like,
and we appreciate
who is that?
For that.
Who is
it's
that?
like. It's like, I don't know you. You trying to come in this circle? You got passwords?
Oyin was that I knocked you out. Like, niggas think they're weak. Or little did you know, I lift such and such amount at said and said.
And that's the crazy thing. Like, Oyin is like, it's like a silent killer. That's what they call it, a silent killer. She'd just be like, in the corner like this. She'd be in the corner like this. Like, all of a sudden, like, you just think Oyin bored. Like, you think she's bored. All of a sudden, she'd be like, bitch! She'd be like,
I know, for real.
She's with the shits. She's here. She sees. She peeps.
Exactly.
The game peep game.
Oh, man.
All right, Kai Moon.
Nice, Oyin.
What's going on?
Okay. The next question is, who is the drama queen?
Definitely Kennedy. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm a Kai. It's honestly,
it's a tie.
No. Okay,
no,
honestly,
I think it's different. I think it's a different type of drama. It's a different type of drama.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, break it down for people at home.
Kennedy.
I think
I think Kennedy is dramatic, but I think Kai is extra. Like you just do like we all right
the
here,
extreme.
and
The
you just take it an extra 15 steps as opposed to like that extra 2. You can also be dramatic. Honestly, I think Kai takes this one, to be honest. But Kennedy, you're definitely number 2. Like it's
I think
you're 1.25.
No, I think it depends. I think it depends on the topic. I feel like Kai is like to your point, she's extra. Like she's very like loud and like she does the most every once in a while.
Thank you.
But Kennedy, I think is like the drama is around like real life drama. Like I think she like really like some drama.
Oh,
do you get what I'm saying? It's like a different like type of drama.
Yes,
it's
I
like
do get what you're
like
saying.
I love and hip hop. What you gotta say about that?
Yeah, what up, love and hip hop?
And life has been, one would say, a movie lately. But
just lately.
She said one would say.
I can distinctly remember a time when you were talking to somebody from Syracuse and you was super excited about them no longer being with their significant other.
Because unlike these other heifers out here, I'm not going to mess with somebody in a relationship, so I'll wait.
Is it any less trifling though?
But I waited.
If you are wishing a breakup upon a couple,
I didn't wish a breakup. I was just excited when I heard that it was over.
She said I didn't wish a breakup.
We shall see.
Anywho, I mean, I will say, I think I'm super dramatic, and I'm just like, the things I say is just like, all right, I think I can be dramatic. I think Kai is more dramatic than I am, but I think I can be dramatic
over the top.
Over the top. I think that's more of the term, over the top.
But we love it. We
love it all the way. But I mean, thinking about
drama, if I wasn't extra, I would be boring.
That's true though.
That is true.
Yeah.
I think you being extra actually adds the funniness. So like it works.
Yeah.
She always be screaming and stuff. Just be screaming.
Remember that time when Alyssa sent us all of those Snapchats of Kai crying because like she was drunk.
Bro, yo.
I was crying about this dumbest thing. She was like, "So these are not my kids." These ain't your kids, Kai.
I drank a lot that night.
Let's not forget the time that we had to tell her that Beyonce told her to drink the water.
She kept trying to drink the damn amaretto sour. I was like, girl, you're gonna be so dehydrated.
Good as hell, by the way. They're good as hell.
They're mad dehydrating though.
That
like,
is really
they
good.
are. They are very dehydrating.
You're just gonna have to drag Kai back to Holland.
Oh, weak. All right. Thinking about the drama queen business, like, who do y'all think got all the tea, got all the gossip?
Kennedy.
Hannah Boots.
I would also say Sunja.
What?
I feel like it would be Kennedy and Sunja. Sorry, I feel like it's both of them.
Oh yeah, I feel like I be in a lot of mixes, so I feel like I get a lot of tea.
Yeah.
Mixy.
Yeah, because I definitely remember like us in college. I'd be like, ooh, like I just came out from these niggas was talking all this shit.
Yes.
That's because Amani, because Sunja was dating Bobby at the time.
Yeah.
And Amani were together, and all the juice was just flowing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's because like we had like these internal connections. We'd be like, yeah, we was hanging out with these niggas, and these niggas were saying these shits about these girls, and we're like, oh nah. Remember when we used to be like, oh nah, he slept with this girl.
Yo, yes.
We had all
I remember like Sunja would really be like, yo, Bobby would find something. I'd be like, yo, Sunja, I got something to tell you. And Sunja would come around. I'd be like, yo, Sunja, so what's the tea? It's March 19th. What's the tea today?
What's the tea today? And I'd be like, yo, you're not going to even know who did this.
No, for real. Yo. Like, I don't got time. I got to go to class. We're going to meet up later.
That's the worst.
I'm going to catch you at Susquehanna. I'm going to catch you.
When somebody has tea and then make you wait for it. when they
You'd
make you wait for
you'd be like, meet for dinner. We meet meet in the marketplace. We meet in the marketplace after practice.
That is the worst thing ever. How dare you? You got me all excited for the tea. You gonna make me wait? That is my pet peeve. When y'all be putting in the group message, be like, y'all, I will come if I'm taking a test and see it on my watch that they checked to say, y'all, I will hurry up and finish that test just so I can get out of class and get that tea.
She always
know things. I just like to know things.
I remember
I like to be aware.
Only a few months ago, I would call Kennedy, we'd be talking whatever, like 3 hours later I call Kai, I'd be like, okay, so I got something to tell you, and then I start telling the story and she'd be like, oh, Kennedy already told me. I'm like, how is she telling you stories about me? It's my story. It was my story to tell. How is she gonna tell you my story? Like, damn,
it's not
I
her
can't even
story
tell
to
my
tell.
own story. I can't even tell my own story.
I'm weak.
Oh my goodness. Wendy Williams, you heard?
But who is the most stylish one? Who be?
I feel like I honestly feel like this question is it's weird because it's like we all have so many different, like, I feel like we all have different styles.
Yeah.
So like it's hard to be like who's the most stylish one. It's like who's the most stylish one going to the game, or who's the most stylish one going out? Who's the most stylish one going to church? Like, that's all different type of styles.
I see.
I honestly feel like it's between Sunja and Kennedy.
I agree.
Just my opinion. That is just my opinion, because I'm picturing, obviously I've been on the at work with Kennedy, so I know how she comes to like games and stuff that we have to dress up to, so I already know the fit is gonna be fire for the day. But then
the fits be fire. But then like also I know you was already waiting on me to say that, Kennedy, so whatever, but and I know that's why she was quiet when we said who's the stylish one. She's looking around like she's like, I know it's me.
I think Sunja's this. I would have picked Sunja, honestly.
I think it's between both of them. Like if you even look on Sunja's Instagram, you see all the fire fits, like just straight
sunglasses.
But you know what it is? I do love the glasses.
Signature glasses.
But I still think like the only reason why I didn't say like I don't think it's any individual, because I feel like all of us have like there's some nights. I'm just thinking like about different event nights. Like, remember when we was in DC and Alyssa showed up in that blue fit?
Oh yeah, that was
fire.
Stop it.
Yo, for real.
Like, come on, like there's so many different nights.
There was that dude. Well, I don't even remember what his name was, or I think he was from the South though, and I was like, no comments, you know.
No comment, right? No, but there's so many different occasions, like where people have, or that night where, even in DC, that night where we spent like in the orange fit for Oyin, when we spent like mad time taking pictures of Oyin. Yes, like
that orange jumpsuit was cute. That was cute.
You know what I mean? So I think it's like on a different occasion type of basis. Like I don't think it's like we can't really say like.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. That's
how I feel.
Okay, y'all. So who is the most likely to get arrested?
Me.
Sunja.
Honestly, yes. It's definitely Sunja.
I was gonna say Alyssa too.
What?
Me?
Alyssa
I said I was gonna say Sunja. I was gonna say Sunja and then like maybe Alyssa, like maybe.
No, I think
because you know you can get real loud and aggressive sometimes.
No, after
with the police officer?
No, it would be me.
No,
Alyssa gonna be mad.
No, it's either Sunja. It's two ways that Sunja's gonna get arrested. She either got real drunk and real rowdy, or she was at a social justice events and they arrested her ass. Those are the only 2 ways.
That's the only 2 ways. Like it's either I'm gonna be like I'm intoxicated, like to the point where I get into a fight, or I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't bet. And I'm not an American.
Nah, we can't. Nah, girl, we can't get you. Nah, stop it. We need you here, Miss Joseph. We need you here.
She goes, I'm not an American.
No, but I definitely would be out of this group. Like, I'd definitely be the most likely to be
definitely
arrested. I think next in line though.
Kai.
Yeah. I think the only reason why I would say Kai is because Kai has a mouth to her too.
Yeah,
I feel like you're very
when you push that right button on her,
when you push, she'd be like, nah.
She get real pit bullish on you, real pit bullish.
She'd be like, what I meant to say is that I'm from Chi-Town.
Yo, you ever see her in a game? Yo, I once saw Kai almost run up on a girl that was 3 times her size and 5 times her weight.
She will eat you up. She will eat you up, Kai. People get that ass back over here.
She's about to run up on shawty.
Hey, but it's gonna be a real sour taste to that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now. She ain't gonna make it.
I got them teeth.
She might eat me, but it's not gonna taste good.
She might eat me.
But it's not gonna taste good.
I'm not a person. If you try me first, then yes, it's probably gonna be something. But I'm not gonna start anything going forward. I will tell you though, in terms of like, I say I'm a good girl. I don't do anything like really wild or stuff like we went to Miami and I forgot who made us, because me and Kennedy were only 19, I think, when we went down there.
20.
Babies.
Okay, then I was 19.
I was 20, so you were 19.
Babies.
So I was 19.
Babies. Oh,
Right.
Wow.
So I remember we saw that dude on the street trying to tell us them tickets to get into KOD.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I still got a picture of that man.
And I remember
Why?
he was like, y'all gotta come up in here, Floyd and Future, but to be in the club tonight. And I remember I was like, this nigga lying. I ain't believing that. and Alyssa was like, nah, like it don't matter if they're there or not, but like this is a good deal for you.
Yeah, I ain't kidding.
And I remember we told him, I was like, listen, dude, like I'm not 21. So don't take my money and I can't get into this club.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, don't worry. I'm gonna talk to whoever. I was like, this man is lying. And I was mad the whole day because I'm like, I just lost $60. And we went to KOD that night. And I remember there were 2 dudes standing there with like big
large
Yeah, they had guns and everything.
They had guns and everything. Like, well, because you know what it is? KOD is in the fucking boondocks.
Yeah,
who knew it was in Fort Lauderdale? Because I didn't. The initial one.
But that's
they
not the
did
point.
A new one.
I was standing there like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna pay $200 for this Uber to go back to Miami because I'm not ready to die tonight. Like this is not how I'm gonna go out. I'm not trying to be in the Fort Lauderdale jail. Like this is not me.
I'm weak.
I was about to pee on myself. I was so scared. I didn't tell y'all that, but I was so scared. I was like, I'm about to get all of us kicked out right now. I'm gonna start crying and apologizing. But yeah.
All right. So last question, which I think is very hard to answer, but the last question is, who gives the best advice?
For me, I think it's a tie between Alyssa and Oyin. I think like it just comes from like, it's like that tough love that you need, and that's why I think it's the best advice. I think like it's easy to say that people, you know, give good advice, and you know, a lot of times it's like advice that you may necessarily not need to hear, but like you guys always give advice that like, yeah, bitch, like get your shit together. Like, what the fuck? Like, what was you thinking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's very straightforward to the point, but it also like makes the point. Mm-hmm. So I think it's like, it depends on the situation, but I think like both of you.
I feel like I feel like everyone like kind of goes to different people for different things. So I feel like everyone like gives great advice, but for me, I feel like I go to Alyssa a lot. Like that's probably the first person I go to. And I also go to Kai, but sometimes Kai she make me like realize, depending on the situation, she make me realize how dumb that I'm like being, and I'm not really thinking things through. But she still gives great advice nonetheless. And Oyin, I feel like is very soft, and her delivery makes me think like, yeah, you know, like
it's like mama, it's like
personal growth.
Mama.
And like all that type of stuff. And I know I've had conversations with Sunja too, so I feel like I just go to everybody for different things. But I think as a collective, like everyone gives good advice.
That's really funny that you bring that up, because I can remember specific times where you would like tell Amani or Kai something and you'd be like, don't tell Alyssa because I know what she's gonna say. Blah, blah. And I'm like, first of all, how dare you leave me out of the tea? One. Two, you was right. You did know what I was gonna say, but I still wanted to know.
Like, just because you already know my answer doesn't mean I don't need to know.
Exactly. Don't need to ask me. Like, I still want to know.
You're right.
I'd say Alyssa, because if I'm ever on the fence about something, most of the time, and I think this can be true for a lot of situations, you know what you need to do, and you just don't want somebody to tell you to do it. So it's easier to have somebody maybe weigh the pros and the cons,
the options for you.
But there are pros to this really bad decision if you spin it a different way and you know, put it in some dirt and take it out. It might look like something
to season that bad decision.
Right. You're like, girl, 1 year in jail, that ain't too bad.
Yes. No, but honestly.
But so I think with Alyssa's gonna, I know for a fact, she's not gonna present it. It's all coming from love. But I think she definitely present it to you in a way where it's like, I know you may think this is what it is and there could be potential in this, but this is what it sounds like to me. You'll be like, damn, you're right. This wheel is this is not what I need to be doing. And I think Oyin and her approach, because I appreciate her advice as well. She can just, like Kennedi said, be really soft in her approach, and she could call you a dumbass, but she's gonna make it sound really nice. It's like go back and be like, oh, okay, I was being stupid, but you know what? I appreciated the way she said that to me.
No, you know what it is? You know what? The best way I can like describe it as is like almost like Alyssa rips off the Band-Aid because she's like, yeah, bitch, this is what's happening.
Yo,
this is what's happening. But you need to hear it. It's not even like, oh, like the ripping off the Band-Aid is like not good. It's like you needed to hear that. But then Oyin's like, yeah, so I'm just gonna apply some alcohol on it. Like I'm like she's ripping off the Band-Aid, whatever. I'm gonna apply some alcohol on it. It's gonna heal a little bit, but it still hurts. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good analogy.
I
like that.
Thank you. But it's literally like that. I think Oyin just has like that's Oyin's personality. I think is just softer, and Alyssa is just like, why would I sugarcoat something for you? You grown.
True. Yeah.
That's a fact.
True.
That's a fact.
You grown. But yeah,
that's a fact.
What about you guys? What do you guys think? Since we're talking about y'all.
I was also going to say Alyssa because, you know, sometimes I need my Band-Aid ripped off, and Alyssa is just, she will not sugarcoat anything. And like I listen to her and in the back of my mind and be like, oh, so like why the fuck you have to say it like that? I wanted you to say this, but like
you should ask yourself then. You should look at her like Issa Rae, and you should have asked your damn self.
But like it's just like everyone is saying, she's always gonna tell you what you need to hear and kind of like guide you into the path that you need to go on. So I definitely do appreciate her advice. I'm not the most open person, but definitely I feel like I've gone to Kai, Kennedi, and Sunja about like things that I've struggled with, and I feel like you guys have always given me something to kind of think about. And I don't ever think like if I don't really say much when you're talking to me and giving me advice, like I'm not like I'm just taking it in. And I'm absorbing kind of like what I need to, and kind of like saying, okay, what my game plan is from there.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I definitely think it's a tie between me and Oyin. Yeah, I don't really want to elaborate on it too much. Like, I do think it's a tie. I think you guys pretty much like covered like the whole like aspect of the different ways that we give advice and stuff like that. But I do feel like it's a tie between me and Oyin. Oyin, my onion, Princess Sunja. Okay, y'all, that's all we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to listen to our next episode about the talking stage.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.